How's it going, guys? I'm about to show you guys some footage of my first ever mock meet. And what a mock meet is really mocking a powerlifting meet. If you're not familiar with the sport of powerlifting, I really suggest you Google it, but a brief explanation is basically where they test you on three main lifts: on the barbell squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. And you have three chances to perform a 1 rep max, and they grab your highest 1 rep max for each lift and add up the amount of pounds, and whoever has accumulated the most pounds at the end wins. So as you can see, my total is 1,025 pounds, because before, my max was, for the barbell squat was 345, for the bench press is 245, and deadlift is 435. So as you see here, I'm warming up with 135, and typically on my first warm-up set, I like doing pause reps so I could get a good stretch at the bottom of the squat to make sure everything's loose. Keep in mind, I'm about to perform a 1 rep max on the squats, so before this I did a lot of mobility work and foam rolling. As you can see on that bar, I have a green rubber band tied up there so I can stretch my hamstrings, get a good stretch. If you guys want any advice on mobility, I suggest you look up Kelly Starrett. He's a really good physical therapist that gives good mobility tips. Now here I'm warming up with 155. Keep in mind, I'm going for a 1 rep max, so I already have all my muscles warmed up with the mobility work, but I'm really trying to get my central nervous system prepared for the heavier weight. I'm not necessarily trying to warm up my muscles with these squats, because my muscles are already warmed up with foam rolling, stretching, and dynamic stretching and all that good stuff. And here you see me warming up with 205. I want you guys to notice that when I warm up, it's very strategic. I don't just put any weight on the bar. My warming up is based on percentages of my current 1 rep max. If you guys want to see how I warmed up and what method I used to warm up, I'm going to put a link down below of Omar Isuf. He made a great video on how to properly warm up for a 1 rep max. This is all based on strategy and research. I don't just warm up by putting random weight on the bar. So as you see here, I'm getting close to my final warm-up sets, which are just 1 rep. Keep in mind, I'm trying to get my central nervous system ready for heavier weight. You see, there's 275 for 1 rep, and now I'm gonna do 310 for 1 rep. And also between each set of warm-up, I rest like about 3 minutes, just so I could get my body prepared mentally for the heavier weight. Now this is my first personal record attempt at 350, and I felt like it was pretty easy. I knew I was gonna get it. I went all the way down, and the bar path was really good and really fast. This is 360. This is what I was really hoping to get. I knew it was gonna be a grind. As you can see, I just got below parallel, but I don't know, you guys be the judge if I got low enough. And I'm showing you guys this extra clip just to show you guys how focused and mentally prepared I try to get before I lift the weight. I don't just attempt the weight without preparing myself mentally. I try to put my mind and my full focus into the lift. I never thought I'd be able to lift this much, but as you can see, it was a grind, a really hard grind for me, and I'm really not satisfied with my depth. I feel like I didn't get low enough, but I'm still gonna count it because I know I could hit this. But I should have gone a little bit lower just to break parallel. Now I'm gonna show you guys my bench press. I'm not gonna show you my warm-up, I'm just gonna show you my 2 PR attempts. This is my 2 at 250. And you see it was pretty easy for me. And now at 255, I should have gone this weight, but this guy, he decided to spot me even though the bar was moving up, and I got really mad. Like, as you can see, I go down, I touch my chest, but for some reason he decided to spot me, and I specifically told him not to spot me if the bar is moving up, but whatever. And here I'm warming up for my deadlift. I want you guys to see something. If you guys saw how I set up, I first aligned my back to make sure I keep my back straight, then loaded my hamstrings while keeping my back straight, then contract my upper back so my back could stay straight. So I first align my back, then I load my hamstrings. And what I mean by loading my hamstrings, I try to feel that stretch. You see how I keep my lower back straight? And then I bend my knees to grab the bar. As you can see, I pull sumo because unfortunately I don't have the flexibility to pull conventional yet, but I'm working on it. And this is my last warm-up. As you can see, I try to push with my heels, and once the bar passes my knees, I thrust with my hips. Alright, now here's my PR attempt at 445, and it was a grind. I try to prepare myself mentally and tell myself this is only going up and nowhere else. So as you can see, I had 455 loaded on the bar, and I told myself I'm going for 455, might as well go for 460, so I put a 2.5 on each side. And it was a bad idea. I should have just tried to attempt the 455, and here, me attempting 460, it was a fail. Like, I tried pulling the bar up, and I knew that thing wasn't gonna move. And like I'm about to show you in this clip, this good way to unrack your weights, especially if you're deadlifting a lot and using a lot of plates. You just put a 2.5, roll the bar over it, and unrack all the plates. I don't get any credit for this. I've seen a lot of people do it, and I started doing this recently instead of trying to unrack all the plates on both sides. You can see I pick up the bar to let all the plates fall off the bar, and I just rack the bar and then pick up the plates and rack them where they belong. You know, don't be the douchebag that leaves weights all over the floor. Just obey the rules of the gym. So these are my results. If you guys are curious to the strength program I was on Jonnie Candito's strength program. I'll put a link to his channel down below. And it's an amazing program. You just write your 1 rep maxes into his Excel file, and it tells you the amount of weight and reps to do for each week. And as you can see, these are my results before and after the program. My barbell squat increased 20 pounds, my bench press increased 10 pounds, and my deadlift increased 10 pounds. My bench press should be 15 pounds, but that dude had to spot me, so I'll just let that slide. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, just write a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to answer. Peace.